Hey Taurus, how are my seekers doing? It's not a joint. Honestly, I wish, but it's not. It's rolled tobacco. Um, I just spent a couple of hours trying to calm down from an anxiety attack, and I was wondering, I probably shouldn't do this video because I'm supposed to speak to my seekers and helping them, feel good, not express my anxieties. But then I thought, well, Israel is a Taurus. The modern reinstatement of Israel is a Taurus. And it's very Taurian. Jewish people are very Taurian by nature. And if you thought to yourself, well, yeah, Taurus rules the banks and so does the Jews, not funny. You know, I will get to your reading, but tarot-wise, but this is a part of your reading because you're connected to this, to what I'm about to say, to talk about. Whether you're aware of it or not, you are. Um, just a side note about what I just said. Um, in the 1800s-ish, Jews were not allowed to, in Europe, were not allowed to work in any profession other than banking, lending money. And that was when the financial revolution of the banking system began. Christian at the time thought of money as, dirty in its essence, and lending money was considered, and asking for um, commission on it was considered dirty work. And because Jews were considered lesser people, they were forced by several countries to not work at anything other than those fields. And because it was the beginning of the banking system and of lending culture, um, they built up the big, most ancient banks that you're familiar with now. So there's that perception. But, because it went down the family line, right? It continued with the family members who kept owning what their parents owned and what their grandparents owned. It's only natural. But since then, we were allowed to work in other professions, since then, now, right? But because these ancient establishments that are the first and the biggest still have Jewish names, naturally, then that association is still glued to us. Similarly with Hollywood, Jewish immigrants were discarded as second class or third class. They weren't hired by most Americans at the time. So they went to the hills and they created. Back then, Hollywood and the film industry, especially when it was silent, it was for the poor and for the immigrants. And it was created by the poor and the immigrants. And now that it's a successful, thriving endeavor and everyone wants a piece of it, everyone is mad that there are Jewish people who are predominant there. Naturally, again, I'm predominant in the existential shift because I founded it. It's a natural, simple, basic thing. Yet every time throughout dozens of generations, let's face it, we've been dismissed and forbidden. We went and created what we could, and we thrived in it because we believe in thriving and we believe in positivity and we believe in work ethics and creating rather than bitching and moaning. So we naturally succeeded. And then comes a century later when we're known in that field, the same field the world disregarded. Now we are blamed for ruling it. A bit ironic. Why did I have an anxiety attack? I've been having several of them to certain degrees recently, especially recently. Um, I saw a video of a very large group of people in New York marching like soldiers in the streets, chanting, quote, We are the real Jews. That means the good Jews. And they're militant about it and they're angry about it. Apparently, I'm the fake Jew. Every Israeli is a fake Jew. Every European Jew that was annihilated in the Holocaust was a fake Jew. But many of them actually deny the Holocaust. That's also a big thing of the Black Hebrew Israelites conspiracy theory. Let me tell you something about Jesus. I don't know if he was white, brown, black, or purple. Honestly, I don't care. He was a Jewish rabbi. He could have been any of these colors. If he was white, it doesn't mean that all Jews are white or that all white people are Jews. If he was brown, it doesn't mean all Jewish people are brown or that all brown people are Jews. And if he was black, it doesn't mean that all Jewish people are black or that all black people are Jews, the real Jews, and we are the fake Jews, the bad Jews. What is wrong with people? It is psychotic. It is megalomaniac. It is dangerous. It is scary. And it is greedy. Why do you want to be Jew so much? Look, if you want to be Jewish, go right ahead. You can go through the conversion process, do the studies, do the work, and go through it properly and you'll become Jewish. We're not telling you you can't if you believe and if you want to, you are welcomed. We'll never force you, but if you want to, you are welcomed to go through the process. But yelling that we're fake and bad and that you're real and being militant about it when you have no historic, no geographic, no factual, and no biological DNA blood-wise anything to support that, that's a problem. That's violent. So you hear you're told that we rule the world, you want to also rule the world. You hear that we are the chosen people, you want to also be the chosen people. Would you be shouting that you're the real one and we're the fake ones while Hitler was piling us up in concentration camps, putting us in gas chambers? Would you go up to him and say that you're the real one? Not you, whoever is doing that. The selective Jew. When it's comfortable to be a Jew, you want to be a Jew, and we're the fake ones. When it's not comfortable, you hide and you claim that we're the, I don't know, the babies of the devil or something like that, and that we deserve it. I want to read you something. Yes, Taurus, this is your reading, and wait for it. I will continue with your reading in the ways that you know it and expected, the tarot, but this is important, and I will circle back to why it's important to you, Taurus. But I will. Sorry, I'm just going through my stories on Instagram. There it is. So there's an Instagram page. It's called Black and Jewish Unity. It's a good page. It's a great page. I follow it. And they've posted something that they wrote. I'm going to read it to you. They said we are rebellious slaves. They said we were too fruitful. They said we are vermin. They said we are disease spreaders. They said we are Christ killers. They said we have horns. They said we make matzah with children blood. They said we are greedy. They said we control the banks. They said we control the media. They said we control the world. Now they say we are not Jews. I mean, if someone tells you, hey, I'm the real Jew, they're the fake Jew, just challenge them and be like, okay, go get a blood test. It's super simple. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to argue. You don't need to claim any claims. You don't need to say Jesus was black. Maybe he was black. By all means, go get a blood test. If your blood test shows that you're from Judea, a region in Israel, ancient Israel, which is today's Israel, same region, same area, which is in West Asia, not Africa, West Asia, fine, join the club. Welcome. Make love, not war. If you are, why are you fighting us? If you love Judaism, act like it, because Judaism is a religion of love and of tolerance and of acceptance, not of cultural appropriation, theft, and violence and greed. We've always suffered under imperialism, under tyranny, under colonialism. Modern Israel is a decolonialization effort. We have decolonialized the British colonialism that ruled the area then. Palestina was the name of a region under the British Mandate, before that under the Ottoman Empire. It was a name established, given to the region, to Israel, by the Roman Empire before Islam even existed, let alone the Palestinian people. Learn your history. Or should I say, because I'm speaking to my seekers, teach people history. Or don't fall for the hate trap. There are so many variations to anti-Semitism. Every generation has its own variation to the demonization of the Jewish nation, and every generation just adds to it, adds another type and form of hatred to my people on top of the other forms of hatred. That's why it's so complex. That's why we suffer from it from all sides, from the left, from the right, from white supremacy, from black supremacy. We are scared. We are. I am scared. I don't get easily scared. I get annoyed, I get angry, I get emotional, I get upset. But scared? And I am currently scared. I left New York because I woke up one morning, and for the fun of it, I wanted to wear a necklace with the Star of David, and I realized I'm scared to walk outside with that necklace. Because New York has become an infestation for anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic violent hate crimes and violence and attacks. It is scary to wear a yarmulke for a Jew over there, and in LA and in many areas. This is a big freaking deal. So even if you're not a tourist and you're watching this, anyone who's watching this, I'm sure you once wondered, what would I have done in these times of atrocity, in this time in history that was terrible, and which side would I have been? Well, this is it. It's happening now. Not in the books, not in the movies, not in the past. You don't need to think about it or imagine it. You just need to observe what it is that you're doing right now. Are you speaking up for us? Are you standing by us? Or are you standing by anti-Semites just because, well, they also make good music and because they said they are about love? Hello, every sociopath, like one-on-one sociopath lesson. Doing terrible things while talking about how much they love you. I mean, you're the spiritual seers. You're supposed to see through it. You're the spiritual warriors. You're supposed to see right through it. This is really bad. Now, Taurus, why do I specifically believe that this is relevant to you? You are the sign of the indigenous, of the land, of dissecting through bullshit and seeing straight to the point of truth in its most simplicity, outmost simplicity. You're the superhero. You are the protector. You're the sign that shows up, not with words, but with actions. You're the sign that cares, doesn't just talk about caring, but you actually care. And you're the sign that gets punished for it a lot. You do good, but then bad people deflect their evil deeds onto you. Because you're more of a mirror, of a reflection than Pisces is. Sorry, no offense to Pisces. I love Pisces. But you're actually the mirror. People project a lot onto you. And people project a lot throughout history onto the Jewish people. And Israel is Taurus for a reason. You know how you get bullied and harassed and attacked constantly and you take it and you take it and you take it, and then when you fight back, when you stand up, when you speak up, and you do it well, then they turn the tables around and make you out to be the bad guy. And speaking of Jewish being of Jesus being a Jewish rabbi, regardless of his color, he could have been a purple alien for all I care, part of the Galactic Federation, doesn't matter. He was a Taurus. He wasn't born, the man himself wasn't born on December 25th. He was born in the spring. He is said to be a Taurus just like Buddha. And in the ancient world, Taurus is the first sign, not Aries. You are the mother of the tribes, archetypically. Please care about us. Like you want people to care about you. This is the main aspect of my reading to you, for December. This is the existential shift. It's not where, it's where spiritual bypassism and cowardice goes to die. People who use spirituality to escape their life and they're megalomaniac and deceitful and while telling themselves they're empathic, they don't survive here on my channel. They leave or they change. So the people who are here are worthy of messages that are truly existential shift. Who face the world. Honestly, you don't want to do it for the Jewish people? Can you please do it for me? I feel really alone in this. I don't see any of my American friends posting about this. Can you be my friends, please? If you're a witch and you wonder why should I defend the Jews, because we carry very similar, I'm also a witch, we carry very similar history. We were both vilified the same ways, dancing with the devil, drinking babies' bloods, and all that jazz. Taken our wisdom, our love, our beauty, and distorted into something evil out of jealousy and out of greed by people and groups that wanted to be us, that wanted to have what we have. So the best way to do it is by disqualifying our legitimacy or our claim to what it is that we have created or discovered. Witches have the Malus Maleficarum that had millions of them maimed and hung and tortured. Jews have the Mein Kampf by Hitler. And now there are new ideologies and new books against us. The terrible movie on Amazon, wretched Amazon, why do they let it stay there? I don't know. But still not excuse to sharing that thing. They deny the existence of the Holocaust. They say so much nonsense over there, it's not even funny, and it all leads to one thing: hating us. Don't be okay with that. I want to pull a few cards because this is 19 minutes and I don't know how many of you will get upset that this is your reading. But I felt like I had to talk about it or I will go insane. I have been talking about it on Instagram as well, but I felt like I needed to talk about it on a bigger scale. What can I say? I hope you can understand. I'm going to use the Mythic Tarot. Sorry. Taurus, for December, anything else the cards wanted to add, please? Or Taurus messages for this coming month? The Magician. You are indeed a magician. What are you going to do with your power? The Star. Faith, purity of heart, seeing through the shadows, the demons, and the darkness, straight into the light of the divine, discerning the truth from the lie. Very complimenting to have these two cards come out for you. And Queen of Wands, enacted in the world, in your life. See this lioness here? See this torch? Let the fire of truth burn inside of you in a way that you can't not say anything, that you can't not act. Two of Swords, don't close your head because it's too much. I know it's too much. I know. Tell me about it. I needed to light more fire into this. Fitting. Thank you, Taurus, for listening. Appreciate you. If you choose to leave, you're a master of your own life. It won't stop you, but you will always be welcomed back whenever you feel like it.